Welcome to the Learn Tarot with Moxxie podcast, where you can learn to read the tarot for yourself and for others. Here we look at the tarot from all angles, and I share the very best ways to use it to work through past trauma and create the life that you love. So join me. Hey guys. I am coming to you today from just south of Moab, Utah. I think they call it the Spanish Valley, and it is astoundingly beautiful here. I mentioned an episode or two ago that I was planning on taking a trip, and I was not planning on being gone as long as I have, so I'm recording this on the road. As such, I will try to keep it relatively short. Primarily just because I don't know how the heck it's going to upload from here. I'm about 5 miles in a mountain desert area and good Wi-Fi, I think, but we'll find out. This week, we are going to be talking about using the tarot to help us make decisions. And I'm not talking just yes or no decisions. I'm not talking about, it's just a 2-card reading where you flip it over and say one looks like it's a yes and one looks like it's a no, or where you flip it over and in one of the educational things that I've been putting together, I give you a list of, which card might be a yes card and which card might be a no card. But this is an exercise that really is more in depth than that. It's for making bigger choices, right? So, you might want to flip over 2 cards or 1 card to help you make a decision about what pair of shoes you're going to wear that day, right? Or, should I go out this night or that night? Or, simple everyday decisions. But this type of decision-making reading is a little bit more involved, and it's not any more difficult. Actually, I think it's easier, but we'll go through that whole thing. So welcome. No announcements in an effort to keep everything short this week. Bear with me. I am not using a mic today, so I'm hoping that the sound is all right. And let's jump in. The process that I'm going to share with you today is the process I use when I am trying to make a choice between 2 things, when I'm trying to make a decision. And like I said, this is a bigger decision. This is not, what to have for dinner. All right, so the first thing you are going to want to do is you're going to want to identify the items you are trying to choose between, the items that you're trying to make a decision based on. This particular episode today, because I have been in this space of trying to make some decisions about where I'm going, what I'm doing, financially, what I'm doing with Moxxie, what I'm doing with my other projects. And, I was hoping that this trip might give me some time and some space away to clarify some of that. And the trip has honestly been so busy until yesterday that I really have not had a whole lot of time. So what I decided to do is use my tarot cards and see if that is something that can help me make a decision. So I'm going to walk you through high level the reading that I did for myself and explained to you how I did it, and hopefully give you one more tool in your personal tarot toolbox, say that 3 times fast, to use the tarot as, again, another tool for personal growth and development, another tool for helping you navigate life as opposed to, using it for the more traditional tarot means that a lot of other people use it. So if you are interested in using it for personal growth and development, and helping you make choices stick around. So, as I said, I have been trying to get clear on really, what I want the next chapter of my life to look like. And unfortunately, finances are a big factor, right? Um, I mean, given complete creative control and financial control, I think I might just keep my fanny right here where it is in this amazing ranch house sitting on top of this mountain. But I've already looked at real estate prices out here, and that is not happening unless I start making some more money. So, it's those kinds of questions. How important is it to me to be in a place like this? Is this place a place that I could be happy? All of those types of questions. So, like I said, finance plays a very big part in that. And one thing that I'm working really hard on trying to accomplish is figuring out a way to create some passive income, to be able to create income from wherever I am as long as there's a Wi-Fi signal, right? That's what I'm looking for. So we are working on, some passive income in other areas of our lives, but I would like to come up with a way to make Moxxie something simple, not cumbersome, because the minute it becomes cumbersome is the time that I say, oof, this is too much, right? So looking at all of these things and, what do I need to do to get myself to the next place where I want to be? The first real big step was deciding, what my options are or what I want my options to be. And now that I have sort of made that decision, or at least am leaning in a particular direction, now I need to come up with some ways to actually make that happen. And I used my tarot cards. Now, for me, I was looking at 3 or 4 different configurations of how I want to spend the next few months and see what that means for me and, where things go financially. So what I did, I had 4 different options that I was trying to choose between. And when you have 4 different options, you need to do one of 2 things. You either need to really meditate and think about where, really clarify as much as you can and look and see at that list, or look at that list and see if you can comfortably just take something off of that list, because ideally, you've got a brainstorm list of maybe 5 or 6 different things. Brainstorming is brain dumping. There's no thought, there's no anything. It's open possibility. So when you're brainstorming, that's what I want you to do. But when you're finished with that, I want you to go through that list and see if there's anything that you can cross off. And then begin to really look at your choices. Let's look at it this way. We have 3 choices: A, B, and C. Or you're almost sure, you're really, really, really liking option A, but you want to compare option B and C. So first thing you do is you compare option A to option B. Whatever lands as the winner of that, you compare to option C. It's pretty simple, right? It's just a process of elimination. Like I said, my reading was between 2 choices. What is it likely to look like if I do this? What is it likely to look like if I do that? And the cards that came up for option 1 were Judgment, 6 of Wands, and 7 of Cups. And the cards that came up for the option 2 were the World, the Emperor, which I clarified resulting in the Justice card, and the Ace of Pentacles. And what I'm doing is reading each set of 3 cards as a whole, as an indication of what is it likely to look like if I choose this option. And option one doesn't look all that great to me. The only card in option one that I'm really excited about, or could really be excited about, is the Six of Wands, right? Because that is the card of success, the prodigal son coming home, doing well, all of those types of things. But the Judgment card in that position just doesn't feel really good to me. And the Seven of Cups card is a card that could be a really positive card, right? It's the card of choices. It's the card of you have so many good options, you don't know which one to choose, but it's important to choose the right one. That doesn't make me feel really comfortable either. So at this point, I'm hoping that this second set of cards is going to be more helpful, more insightful for me. And the second option, the second set of cards, are the World, the Emperor, clarified with Justice, and the Ace of Pentacles. And I like this one much better. You know, what is it likely to look like if I do Y? Well, the world, right? The world is, it's like the world at your fingertips type of situation. You have done all of your work. You are kind of ready to be in this position of everything going your way for a little while. The Emperor card is the one here that made me just a little bit, not so sure, just because of that strong male energy. But, you know, this could be going a couple ways. It could be encouraging me to embody my own emperor energy and, you know, sort of stand up and put my big girl pants on in a way. It could also be related to maybe somebody in my life, somebody who I'm going to run into that might help me out or affect or impact this decision in some way. So I clarified that card, and the Justice card came up, which I thought was kind of interesting. And at first, I wasn't quite sure what to do with it. But thinking about what I have always done and what it's important for me to do, and a potential job opportunity that has come my way that's completely unrelated to all of what I'm doing now, is the card makes sense. Actually, the card makes a lot of sense in terms of my passion for, and I don't want to call it justice, maybe isn't the best word, but my passion for people having what they need, for people being treated fairly, for hard work to pay off, you know, all of those types of things. And in what I'm doing here with Moxxie, there's a little bit of a tie-in with that as well, because I want those things for everyone. I want those things for you. I want those things for me. I want those things for everyone. And, you know, it's very important to me to feel like I am part of something that's fair and just. And if I'm not a part of something like that, then I need to be doing something to address that and to make sure that that's happening. So that's sort of how I see the Emperor clarified as the Justice card. And then the last card is the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is the card of new financial beginnings, right? It's the card that says, ooh, there is a window of opportunity here for you to do something new, to do something interesting that may improve or change or alter for the better your financial situation, anything related to pentacles. Could even be related to my health, who knows? But, you know, we all know that when we're doing something we love, we're more likely to be healthy and happy. Not that have been miserable doing what I've been doing, not at all, but I am sort of in this space lately of really trying to tweak where I am, what I'm doing, in a way that moves me toward my ultimate goals. And this is all a part of that. So it's really important to recognize that I'm not, again, I'm not using the cards in this situation to tell me what to do. I'm using the cards to get a little bit of insight into what is likely to happen, right? So, while in option one, the Six of Wands, while yes, there might be some sort of success level, there might even be a really big success level based on the Seven of Cups coming up. But that Seven of Cups makes me nervous because you have to make the right choice. And again, that's what I'm trying to avoid here, right? I'm trying to make a decision, a powerful, positive decision. So, looking at how option two is likely to roll out and how option two is likely to impact the success of what I choose. The world, you can't beat that. Ace of Pentacles, you can't beat that. I just have to figure out what's going on with the Emperor and the Justice. Maybe a little bit of meditation and thought on that. Now, I'll be honest, I'm not really sure that I'm thrilled that the second option came up as the better one. I was really hoping the first one would, but it didn't. So now it's up to me to take a look at this, to meditate on it, to process it, to feel it out, try it out, and maybe 2-3 days from now I'm going to want to redo this reading. Maybe I'm still working through this process, but I may I may also find myself 2 or 3 days from now saying, yeah, yep, I've thought about it, I've let it sit, I have processed the implications, and I think that the second option is indeed the best option. So I hope that this little exercise example helps you make some decisions for yourself, helps you to use the tarot in a way that is empowering for you, to use the tarot in a way that puts you in the driver's seat and uses the tarot as your co-pilot as opposed to the other way around. All right, everybody. Thanks for tolerating what I hope is going to be decent sound. Things should be back to normal, I believe, next week. You all have a fabulous week. And if you have any interest, I'll post a couple pictures of where I am up on the show notes. And I think that's about it. So take care, be well, be kind, and have a fabulous week. Bye-bye.